Welcome to the confusing world of cancer nutrition, a place where everyone seems to be an expert, but we're all saying different things. With so much conflicting advice swirling around, it's no wonder you're left scratching your head and wondering if you should be fasting, doing keto, going vegan, or eating whatever you want because your oncologist told you that was okay. In this video, I hope to be alleviating some of your confusion by sharing the best sources of accurate information on cancer nutrition and giving you evidence-based facts on the best foods to eat to beat or prevent cancer. Now you may be thinking, but wait, shouldn't I trust my oncologist for advice on cancer nutrition? And while your oncologist is likely a brilliant medical mind, when it comes to nutrition, they may be the last person you want to listen to. You see, oncologists are trained to treat cancer. They are highly specialized medical professionals who can provide you with the most effective treatments like chemo, surgery, or radiation therapy. And for your treatment decisions and advice, they are the only one you should listen to. However, here's the thing. Even though they may know how important nutrition is after cancer, the truth is that they barely received any formal education on it when they were in medical school. Most medical schools worldwide dedicate less than 25 hours to nutrition in an entire 5 or 6 year program. This is obviously something that needs to change, and I think it will soon. But because of this, 87% of doctors say they lack the training and confidence to counsel patients on nutrition. And sure, your oncologist may throw out some generic advice like just eat a balanced diet or avoid eating processed foods after cancer. But when it comes to the details of cancer nutrition, unless they have a personal vested interest in it and study it in their free time like myself, they're not going to be up to date with current evidence-based facts on nutrition. I've talked about this in several of my videos now about how people have shared with me that their oncologist advised them to just eat burgers and fries or to drink those canned milkshakes like Boost or Ensure while they're on treatment. These shakes are loaded with sugar and artificial additives, exactly what your body doesn't need. Although sugar doesn't directly cause cancer, it can indirectly cause it through a number of different ways, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but eating refined sugar regularly can weaken your immune system and lead to a slew of health conditions that do significantly increase your risk of getting cancer. Anyways, it's not only your doctor's fault if you didn't receive proper education on cancer nutrition. Our entire medical system is built to diagnose, prescribe, and treat patients. But it doesn't aim to help people prevent illnesses by making healthy changes, which would often fix the root cause of their health problems. This has been an issue in healthcare for centuries, but there weren't as many diet-related illnesses even 30 to 40 years ago. People didn't consume nearly as much refined sugar or processed foods as they do now, and there weren't as many cases of diabetes, obesity, and other chronic illnesses that often lead to cancer. And unfortunately, it's not only nutritional information from your doctor that you should be skeptical of. Misinformation on nutrition and health is way more prevalent than actual evidence-based information nowadays, especially on social media. It's becoming more and more challenging to figure out just who the experts are because there's information coming from people who seem legit because they have an MD or a PhD, but they're either trying to trick you into buying expensive supplements for a detox or a cleanse, or they're trying to convince you that following their specific diet will cure cancer or do miraculous things for your health, even though there isn't enough scientific evidence to back it up. A great example of this is the book written by Dr. Peter Adamo called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. He recommends eating certain foods based on your blood type, like O, A, or B, for example, to help you lose weight, have more energy, and prevent diseases. He claims that the foods you eat react chemically with your blood, so if you eat foods designed for your blood type, you'll digest them more efficiently. This book got a ton of publicity, was a bestseller, and I'm sure made this guy rich. But when the blood type diet underwent scientific investigation, researchers found that there were no health improvements associated with eating foods according to your blood type. You may have also heard of this one. Another piece of misleading advice that's swirling around is that saturated fat isn't bad for you. Dr. Aseem Malhotra is the author of the Pyopi diet, a low-carb, high-fat diet that claims we've been lied to about saturated fats and that carbohydrates are evil. First of all, there's no legit evidence to show that saturated fat is good for you. And second of all, there is considerable evidence to show that saturated fat is associated with heart disease and some types of cancer. So I'm sure a lot of people are believing this guy because he's a doctor and he seems to know what he's talking about because he uses a lot of scientific jargon. But it's no wonder that other doctors and scientists are calling him a quack. So who can you trust for reliable advice on cancer nutrition? Well, frankly, anyone who gives you scientific or evidence-based information. Look for reputable websites, books, and scientific journals backed by rigorous research and peer-reviewed studies. You, the reader, should not have to research the claims someone's making to find out if they're true. They they should be providing you with valid scientific proof, or at least saying something like, although more research needs to be done, here's what I think will be proven to be true someday. Like, at least be honest. And please always remember that if a claim or a diet seems too good to be true, like a miracle cure for cancer, it probably is. Now, I would love to say that you can trust any hospital or government website for accurate information, and some are really great, and they give accurate, detailed information about cancer nutrition, and even give you meal plans. But unfortunately, there are still several hospital websites that are giving very outdated advice, similar to maybe what your oncologist may have given you to just eat a balanced diet. But a couple of the best hospital or government websites for cancer nutrition, however, are the American Institute for Cancer Research, MD Anderson Cancer Center, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, Cook for Your Life, and the National Cancer Institute. And again, these are all reliable sources because they use current evidence-based research for all their recommendations. Also, I have a few videos on cancer nutrition on this channel that I promise you are all evidence-based as well. They'll help you to know which foods to prioritize after cancer because they'll give you the most bang for your buck in terms of nutrients and antioxidants to support your cancer treatments. The truth is that thanks to science, we know a lot about which foods will help us beat cancer and which can cause cancer. But honestly, I don't want you to think that you have to follow any specific diet to beat cancer. As long as you're making an effort to continuously make healthy choices like eating more fruits and vegetables, choosing whole foods over processed foods, and reducing your sugar consumption, you're doing better than most people. In fact, most dietitians and nutrition experts will agree that you should aim to eat healthy 80 to 90% of the time so that you can still treat yourself 10 to 20% of the time. This mindset can really help you stick with a healthy diet long term. And if intermittent fasting or the Mediterranean diet don't work for you, don't sweat it. The best diet for you is one that you will stick with and ensures you're getting all the vitamins and nutrients your body needs to fight off precancerous or cancer cells. The best advice I can give you is to focus on eating foods that help to reduce inflammation and stay away from those that cause it. You may already be aware of the importance of reducing systemic or chronic inflammation to prevent cancer. I go on and on about it in a lot of my videos, but this is because chronic inflammation facilitates the growth and development of cancer cells in a few different ways. It can damage your DNA, change the microenvironment of your tissues, and alter the signaling pathways in your cells. It also weakens your immune system, so your body has a harder time identifying and destroying precancerous cells. So basically, any nutritional advice on how to reduce inflammation is what you want to be listening to. Also, anyone who tells you to make sure that the majority of your diet consists of plant-based foods is telling the truth. This is because plants contain phytochemicals that help them fight off bacteria, fungi, and viral infections to survive. So when we eat plant-based foods, these phytochemicals help to protect us against getting diseases like cancer. Most people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. However, it's not only the amount you eat that's important, you also need to be eating a variety of them because they all contain different types of phytochemicals. The easiest way to do this is to focus on eating a variety of different colors. For example, some red or pink colored produce like apples, tomatoes, papaya, and watermelon are rich in lycopene, which is one of the most important antioxidants for killing cancer cells because it helps to reduce cellular damage from harmful molecules called free radicals. However, just because a food is red doesn't mean it contains lycopene. Red bell peppers, strawberries, and cherries don't contain any lycopene. But tomatoes have been called the best cancer-fighting food on the planet because of their high lycopene content. Lycopene has been shown to reduce your risk of cancer development and spread, especially for prostate cancer. So if you're a male over the age of 60, I'd highly recommend adding some lycopene to your diet every single day. Anyways, at the end of the day, when in doubt, always try to use your best judgment to separate fact from fiction when it comes to anything about cancer nutrition. And above all else, listen to your body because it knows best. It sends us signals when it doesn't agree with something we've eaten and rewards us with energy and a better metabolism when we eat something healthy. I just want to say a big thank you to those who have already subscribed to this channel because the more subscribers it has, the more YouTube will share it with others who can benefit from it as well. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.